all, my okay. Good afternoon, all my dear fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. My name is Ravindra, and I will be the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all for our 508th meeting of Trailblazers Toastmasters Club. Let's give a big round of applause. So before starting the meeting, I would like to mention 3 ground rules we follow in our Toastmasters meeting. Please turn off your mobiles or put them in silent mode. I give a few seconds for that. As Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics. So please refrain from discussing these topics. Please do not crosstalk when someone is speaking. Also, please step in or step out of the room only when applause is going on. For people online, as Toastmasters, we don't talk about religion, politics. So please refrain from discussing these topics. Also, please put yourself on mute if you are not speaking. Please turn off your video if you are stepping out of the meeting. So everybody in our lives have a goals. So everybody in their life has a mission to achieve their goals. Likewise, our Toastmasters Club also has a mission. The mission of our Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. With this, I hand over the stage to the presiding officer.
I'll take that up, Ravindra.
Yeah, Dinesh. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sergeant. Just one moment. Yeah, thank you so much, Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Ravindra, for that wonderful introduction and letting everyone know of the guidelines. Let's have a round of applause for our energetic Sergeant at Arms. Yeah. By the way, before I start, I'm so sorry I can't come on video today. There is some disturbance right now, so I can't come on video. Anyway, that should not be an issue. I think most of you have already seen me. Uh, if not, then we can talk later. So today is the 508th meeting, right? I'm sorry, is that the correct figure?
Yeah, 508.
Yes, 508 meeting. And wow, what a run we had. Today is the 508th meeting. And although I don't see many people in the room or the online presence, but anyway, let's dig in a little bit about Toastmasters. What Toastmasters is, who we are, and whatnot. Okay. So Toastmasters International is a non-profit organization that started in 1924. This was started by a gentleman named Mr. Ralph C. Smedley, and it started as an informal gathering, where young minds could come and improve their public speaking skills. They would be evaluated and how to think, how could they make things better. So that started this tradition, that started this organization, and now it has been about 100 plus years. We are spread across 147 countries. We have nearly 140,000 clubs and a member strength of nearing 3 lakhs. So let's have a round of applause for Toastmasters International. Thank you so much. Now, we are the Oracle Trailblazers Toastmasters Club. We are the official Toastmasters Club of Oracle Tech Hub, Bangalore. We are a hybrid club. As you can see, we have offline presence in the Oracle Tech Hub as well as a widespread Zoom presence too. We meet every week on Thursdays from 3 to 4:30 p.m. And we started off, I think in 2015, we would be 10 years old. That's about it about Oracle, about Toastmasters and Oracle Trailblazers. Do we have any guests in the room?
Second. Not a guest.
Oh, so we have recurring guests. Okay, then we'll just take a feedback of yours at the end of the meeting. How was this meeting different from the other meeting? Now, this is our 508th meeting, as I've said many times, and I won't take more of your time. We'll jump to to the theme of this meeting, and to explain more about the theme and take you through the theme, we have a very active member, I can say, of our club, one of the most active members in the present days, and our very own VP PR. She is Toastmaster Shailey. Please, let's have a round of applause for the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shailey.
Thank you, Dinesh, for the introduction. So before we jump in, hello Toastmasters and guests. I'm meeting you first time, but yeah. So today's session is about terrorism. That's a very burning topic nowadays in our country. So anybody of you can explain me what is terrorism? What in the layman terms?
What do you think terrorism is?
An act of terror.
Act of terror. And anyone?
Unlawful activity that can harm the civilian and for the motive of some politician or religious.
Why?
Politics or religion.
Right. Correct.
இல்ல நேரா ஒரு கால் இப்படி ஒரு கால் வச்சு உட்கார்ந்துட்டு இருக்க.
Could you mute yourself? Okay. So everybody can share same as screen, right? I don't know how to do the slideshow. Okay. Anyways, so what is terrorism? This is the first time this term got coined in French Revolution in 1989 to 1799. So this terrorism word is not the way it was taken right now. It was something government has done to control the violence. So what happened in 1987? French government actually did a massive execution and created a fear to suppress the opposition and consolidate the power. So basically, they want to create a peace by making all the crowd to make crowd fear that okay, we are the one people and you have to follow us. So basically, they wanted to make the civilians fear to make the peace. Basically, they did it. But as the violence increases and so many things happens, this government is not doing it anymore. It is done by the civilians. Civilians, as a sense, some people, a group of people, are actually doing it to show to create a fear, basically. So everybody knows there is a attack happened in 9/11. It was a twin tower attack. This was the time, I think, it was globally accepted, the real definition of terrorism, that it's not done by government anymore and it doesn't create any peace anymore. It's an attack that they are doing on civilians, targeted civilians, basically some big power or some targeted, in the sense doing it with tourism, by creating some impact, by saying some message, doing it in some specific location where some influential people came in or many people came in. So to create a mass fear and provoke overreaction to see what other people think about them, because they want popularity in one sense, that we exist and everybody should know about us. So the Twin Tower attack, basically what happened in this, 4 aircraft got hijacked, right? So 2 of them got crashed into the Twin Tower, right? and another one got crashed, Twin Tower, as in World Trade Center in New York, and another one got crashed in Pentagon. Pentagon, I think it's a administration, where all the administration people sits for the US. And the fourth one was redirected because of some brave passengers. They crashed it in some rural field in Pennsylvania, but it was supposed to hit White House. So that was the impact they want to create, and we will discuss about this more, that what impact it has created. So let's begin with the next session of next round of our session, that is the introduction of the journal evaluator. So the journal evaluator is Dakshini, and let me tell you, all the people who are going to come in the stage or either evaluating or the speech, they all are foodie. So Dakshini, I remember I went to the dinner with these guys and they were all talking about food. And till that time I thought I was a good food. I love food, but that day I realized I am not a foodie at all. So yeah, Dakshini is taking the GA role. She is a senior software engineer at Oracle, and she is I will tell you, she is a musician. She loves to build things, and she has done, I think, AI. She takes AI sessions also, and other than that, she's a big foodie. So let's welcome Dakshini. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhinav. That was a very, very personalized and sweet introduction, and I'm flattered. But yeah, some of those things are true, not all of them. However, I'm very happy to say that I'm the general evaluator today, and I'm even more happier to say that two of the people in my tag team today are taking their roles for one of the first times, and they are quite new as Toastmasters, and one of them even accepted the role immediately on the spot. So, like I said, I'm the general evaluator, and my job is to evaluate the whole meeting, everything from start to end, and I'll be giving my report at the end. And like I also said, I have a tag team comprising of timer, accounter, and grammarian. So let me start by introducing each of them to you, and they will tell you more about what their role is. So to start with, our timer for today is Toastmaster Silva, and he is into security, and he has been he's someone who really likes to drive and to swim. And I would like to give a more personal introduction to everybody, and I hope to get to know you people before I can do that. So for now, that's all I have. Welcome to the stage, Toastmaster Silva, and please explain your role.
Yeah, today I'm going to take accountability of timers. So, who was speaking in the Toastmaster, 4.5 minutes, I will show the green card. 5 minutes, I will show the red card. Yellow card. 5.5, I will show the red card. That is correct. Am I right? Yeah. So same like that, I will proceed on every sessions. So that is my day-to-day today work. Tabletop is 1.5 minutes, and if it goes to more than 1.5 minutes, to reach 2 minutes. 2 minutes means I will show the red card.
Okay, thank you. The next person who's going to be coming up on stage is the accounter, and the accounter for today is Toastmaster Sunil. And Toastmaster Sunil is taking this role for the first time, so a round of applause for him. Stepping up on stage today. And second. Just a second, my internet sucks. So Toastmaster Sunil is from HCM Cloud Development Team, and he's been in Oracle from 2018. He's interested in traveling, playing sports, walking, and watching movies. So come on to the stage, Toastmaster Sunil, and tell us all about him.
Hello all Toastmasters. Today I'm going to play accountant role. This is the first time
Accountant.
accountant role, and this is the first time I'm playing this role. I hope I'll get some feedback for my role, and also I'll give feedback to all the people who is going to talk today. So basically today I'm going to see how people are talking, and how they're using passwords and repeated words, and is like, so is all the repetitive words, and we'll check how many times they've used, and will definitely help the team to know what is the words they've used, and we'll make sure they improve next time. Yeah, thank you all for this opportunity.
Thank you so much. So the third person in my tag team is a grammarian, and today that role is being played by Toastmaster Ravindra. He is, I think, without a doubt, the funniest person in our club. And I don't know if that is intentional or not. Most of the time, his deadpan face never gives away anything. So Toastmaster Ravindra, please introduce the role and let us know about it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dakshini, for that warm welcome. So my role, I'm playing the role of grammarian. So as a grammarian, I will be monitoring the whole session and make note of good usage of sentences and of English words, and not so good usage of sentences. And also I will be monitoring during the speeches when the laughter is generated, and also I will be monitoring the speeches if any inspirational quotes were spoken by the speaker. So, and also, so that's one thing. And the other side is it's my responsibility to introduce the word of the day and the idiom of the day. So word of the day is extol, which means to praise highly or glorify. Example is, the health benefits of exercise are widely extolled. That is extol, E-X-T-O-L. So I will be pasting this extol and idiom of the day in the chat. Okay, and the idiom of the day is the best of both worlds, which means to receive benefits or advantages from two situations. Example, working from home is a huge plus. You have the luxury of staying at home and you get the benefits of having a job. It's the best of both worlds. So I hope you got the both word of the day and idiom of the day. So I recommend you to use these during your speeches. Thank you. Over to you, Gentle Evaluate.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ravindra. So that's it from the tag team, and I'll be back at the end of the meeting with my report. Back to you, Toastmaster Ravindra. Thank you, Dakshini. So before we go to the next phase of our session, I have another question. So why do you think terrorism actually happens? I've given some hint in the previous part. Why do you think that? To create the fear, and what else?
Disrupt lives.
Disrupt lives. Sorry.
Some people are not getting jobs.
Exactly.
Bring attention to some topic.
To bring attention to them, popularity.
To get power.
Power. Yes. So the main impact that created in the Twin Tower that happened is it created a heightened fear and anxiety. So US people started getting afraid when they are using the flight, or either they are working in any skyscraper or anywhere, even in the office, because in administrator office it happened, right? So it created a lot of fear. Another thing that changed is travel experience. So now when you are traveling in the aircraft, you are going with so many security checks, right? Your bag is getting checked. You have to remove your jackets and everything. you're not allowed to take any liquid more than this much amount, right? So all this experience, like all this travel experience got changed, and this created an Islamophobia also. People started scaring of the Muslims and the Islam. It's not the case, right? It's not about religion, but that's how they created it, that be afraid of us. And another fear they created is media, right? Media kicks in, fake news comes around, and everybody started becoming more frightened because this can happen, that can happen. They created that way. I think this is all planned. And the another thing is normalization of surveillance. It's kind of people are uh, people are fine. You take our secure data, you take our whatever you want to take it. You take the person photos also, but please keep us safe, right? Safety versus security. Safety versus privacy. Privacy is gone. Somewhere it created a petroism also. Everybody became unite and they start focusing on all the measures that government is taking, all the foreign policies that they are being changing. So in a way it creates a petroism also in ourselves. So sometimes I shouldn't say that, but sometimes it is intentional also. This is not intentional. I would not say it is intentional or not, but sometimes small terrorist attack is intentional also. So we can't comment on that, but that's how any terrorist attack created an impact in the society. That we go for the emotional impact is different, but there is a very deep impact also. So with this, I will stop and let's move to the next session. That is a speech session. Speech session, right? Speech session. So with that, we have a icebreaker speech. Who is going to be? Dinesh is going to evaluate that icebreaker speech, and Dinesh is another thing. Dinesh is also a foodie, and I think everybody here is foodie. So next, so Dinesh is a developer, and he joined a Toastmaster around 1.5 years back, and he was president in the previous term. And this time he is a very active member of our club. So let's welcome Dinesh, and he will tell what his target member is supposed to. What's the target member's objective? Over to you, TM Dinesh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Shailey. So today, my target speaker is Toastmaster Navya. As has been already mentioned by Shailey, this would be her icebreaker speech. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. To note here, the timings of the speech would be a little different from our regular speeches. It would be 4 to 6 minutes. And timer, please note, for an icebreaker speech, you would be showing the green card at 4 minutes. You'd be showing the yellow card at 5 minutes and a red card at 6 minutes. A buffer of 30 seconds, as usual, is given. With that, I'd like to, Navya is there in the room or is she attending it online?
She's there.
Okay, she's there. Okay. Wish you all the luck, Toastmaster Navya. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Shailey.
Thank you, Dinesh. So the next speaker is Navya. She's a foodie. I got to know. And she joined Oracle 2.5 years back. And she wants to improve her communication was first thing, but she also wants to create an impact when she's saying something. So that's why she joined Oracle Toastmaster Club. And the foodie, she is one of those. And the title of her speech is The Secret of Laddus. So let's see what laddu is. Over to Toastmaster Navya.
So, hello everyone. The title of my speech is Secret of the Laddus. So, has anyone heard the famous tagline of that iconic sweet shop? ऐसा कोई सगा नहीं जिसको हमने ठगा नहीं. So, okay, one of them knows. So, hello everyone. I am Navya Bhatia and I belong from Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. A home place known for a famous iconic shop, Thaggu Ke Laddu. And just by saying it, I could have all the flavors. It's sweet, it's crunchy, and most importantly, it's different. One of the most I guess, good things of our hometown. So, I am a software engineer at Oracle. That's my profession. But you know what I'm really passionate about? Anyone? It's right, but not one of them. It's talking. I can talk about hours on like various topics. And trust me when I say this, that I love talking is because I could sense the moment when other person is just about to shout on me and say that please stop talking and listen to me. And apart from talking, I guess my other thing that I'm passionate about is singing. Now, before you all say to me that I want a live performance, I would say that I'm a bathroom singer and my only audience is my mirror and my shampoo, which I hold onto my hands as my mic. So as we grow up, I guess we all just leave behind the things that we actually love. Me as a child, I used to get involved in all the activities that involved expressing myself, performing any arts, dancing, or any movement, be it running or anything else. But as we grow up, we have a lot of expectations from the society. We start to chase stability, and soon we leave everything behind that just make us feel alive and who we actually are. But guess what? I never stopped. You know, people telling me that I talk too much or my singing is just a merely noise or something else. But I still do that because that's what makes me, me, and I love that about myself. Forgot it. So I guess the purpose of me joining the Toastmasters was not just to improve my communication skills, and but to also speak with impact and to communicate with a purpose so that other person could feel motivated and inspired in their life. And just like that, if I would leave you with one thought for today, is that be unapologetically like Laddu. Be so sweet, surprising, and unforgettable. Thank you. I forgot my half cut. Thank you.
That was really good explanation of the laddus, Navya.
Really good for all of you. I'm going back to my hometown now. Okay.
So coming to the next speech, the next speech is by SaiAkash. He is doing L2P3. L1P4 speech, and the topic of his the title of his topic is why I joined Toastmaster. And before that, let me introduce the evaluator of SaiAkash speech, that is Abhinav. And Abhinav, if nobody, I think everybody knows about him. I shouldn't be giving too much of explanation. He is actually the pillar of our club. So to TM, Toastmaster Abhinav.
Hey everyone, good afternoon. Thank you, Shailey, for such a great introduction. Today I'm evaluating Toastmaster SaiAkash speech. It's L1P4. That is a part of a project called Evaluation and Feedback. Today he's attempting his first speech. So how it goes is like that. He'll deliver a speech today. The speech will go for 5 to 7 minutes. 5 green card, 6 yellow card, 7 red card, and 30 seconds of buffer will be there as usual. And once he delivers a speech, I'll give some evaluation. He'll try to deliver same speech again, maybe next week or later on, or try to do similar speech again, incorporating the feedback which you have given. So we have to see how much feedback he received and how much he implemented it in the next step when he delivers the speech again. So all the best to Toastmaster SaiAkash, and back to you, Kelly.
Thank you, Abhinav. So coming to the speaker, SaiAkash. He's another foodie, and he joined Oracle in 2023. and he loves dogs more than any human beings. And he's a coffee addict. Other than that, he will explain in his speech. The title of his speech is Why He Joined Toastmasters.
Good afternoon, everyone. I think I forgot my speech. Give me a minute.
Do you also need some water?
Part of that.
I'm back. So this is something which happens to a lot of us. Forgetting a speech, going out and thinking about why I did that. These are moments which you, me, or someone wishes to forget. I think each of you has such moments. And for me, most of the moments always involve a stage, a mic, and silence. I am Toastmasters SaiAkash. Today I'll be talking about why I joined Toastmasters and how a few events in my life led to this moment. Let's go back in time to 2012, 13. I think it's about 12 years ago. Wow. So 12 years ago was a time in December, Mumbai winters. We were having a New Year Eve party in our society. And those of you know what Mumbai winters are. It's maximum 17 degrees minimum. Sorry, minimum 17 degrees, maximum 30 degrees. So that's not really winter. But within that area of the, what do you say, New Year Eve party, there was one person who was having cold feet. That was me. I was the MC for a small part of the program for the night. I was supposed to introduce a few people, a few of my friends actually, who were doing a fashion show, a dance, and an acting event. So when I went on stage, I was prepared. I had a few cards in my hand. I had a mic in my hand. I knew the people who I was going to introduce. I knew what was going to happen, but I went silent. I couldn't speak a single word. It was so embarrassing that someone else had to actually take over my place. So, like I said, this is one thing which I'll never forget. It was something embarrassing. At the same time, it was frustrating. I knew what I was going to do. I knew what I was supposed to do. I had the content ready, but I just couldn't speak. A few months later, again in school, I was a nerd, and the Hindi teacher really liked me. So she was like, "We're having a Hindi poem recitation contest in school, so I think you should participate." And that was the first time I had ever tried being part of competition. And since I was good, I was directly sent into the finals because there was no one else willing to do it. Again, same thing. The final day comes. I see a few of my friends do their speeches or poems. Amazing. I was also confident. I was also very excited. I wanted to give a speech. I walked onto the stage. Again, complete silence. I forgot what I was going to say. I was fumbling to even introduce myself. Again, same thing happened. I was shivering or rather vibrating, for lack of a better word. And then I somehow said a few lines, repeated the para, just moved out of the stage. As you can see, this was something very embarrassing. Embarrassing is one thing, but frustrating again. So these two events kind of had a effect on my childhood back then, because of which I never tried public speaking again. Fast forward to 2023, I was part of my college placement committee, and we had to interact with people and maybe hold a few events. But this event was special. There was a special company coming, and I was the point of contact for it. I was supposed to host it in an auditorium. It was a very newly built auditorium, so that was the first time I got to stand there. And it was again the same thing. I walked onto the stage. I had a few names in my hand. I was just supposed to introduce them, nothing more. I opened my phone, or let's say a paper. Again, I am very nervous. I can't say my name out loud. I can't speak that. I can't introduce the people who will be just coming for a session. I wasn't even going to take the session, but I was still nervous. Again, the same thing. I somehow managed to say the names who are going to present, and I just moved off the stage. This had become a repetitive occurrence in my life, and at this point, I think even you might have realized the issue is not the preparation. The issue is, of course, not the content, because I have my content ready. The issue is not being able to handle the pressure. The issue is being scared of presenting in front of people. I'm not scared of the people. I'm scared of the judgment that people will be giving on my speech. So this was something I really wanted to work on. This was something which I think many of you want to work on, but I was still scared. Then I heard about Toastmasters. You could see the self-analysis I had done, but I needed a place to practice it, to enforce it, and to get feedback. Then I attended Toastmasters, where I saw there were people who used to forget things. They used to stumble, they used to stammer, but they still kept coming to this stage right here. They kept coming, they improved. I wouldn't say they became perfect. I would say they improved. They became a better version of themselves, and this is something which I wanted. And ever since then, I have been part of Toastmasters, and it's been an amazing journey. Thanks to all the people here. And personally, my goal is to keep coming here. I won't say I want to become the greatest speaker. I don't want to win contests. I just want to be able to be confident in speaking on stage. So that's the reason I'm here at Toastmasters, and that's why I'll keep coming here. So thank you.
That was a really nice speech, SaiAkash. I remembered my first day when I came to the stage and I shivered like crazy. And I remember Shailey coming up and saying that, yeah, this happens. I was like, he's just buttering. People do that, no? You feel like Toastmaster people are buttering, but it's actually when you feel so bad that you forget or you fumble, you feel actually really bad, and just somebody saying this helps a lot. So I remembered how it felt, and still I'm not improved, but same better version. What SaiAkash said, better version of ourselves. So coming back to the theme. So recently one incident happened in our India. What's that? Everybody knows it, but let's say what's that? Pahalgam attack. So what is the difference that create? What's the difference in this terror attack that happened in earlier? Like, what's the difference in this terror attack?
And Kashmir has always been a sensitive issue for both the countries.
Yeah.
So emotions are right now running higher than it would have been in usual.
Yeah.
And regular civilians got attacked.
More specifically, tourists got attacked. Why just tourists, not any other person? Just tourists.
Economic impact. I think Kashmir had improved in tourism. Like I think it's the grew like anything.
Yeah. After Article 370.
Yeah, I was there in Pahalgam on April 20th, just 2 days before that.
Oh.
I was like surprised. There were so many people, especially from mostly from not from the Himachal Pradesh, rest of the country states. So many people flooded and it was so crowded. So many tourists and all the locals were so happy that after COVID, the business just grew so well that they are building new hotels. They're getting new tempo travelers or cars because they are not. Whatever is existing is not sufficient. And all of them are so happy that, and everybody was like saying that people are so happy, so nice, and obviously we also like to tip them, or we also, and the local people are very nice. I was like surprised that why did I not go to such a paradise of a country so long? I waited for more than 30 years, and I was surprised that, and also I recommended all my friends and families you should visit. Also, suddenly this happened, and after this attack, all the localites, because I was there, I just landed yesterday night. All the localites were scolding those terrorists and waiting for the terrorists to get caught and killed as soon as possible. They said, after this attack, I know most of the people will not come, but we will have a large impact. So localites also don't like it, but one of the localites supported. It's really bad. But yeah, it's a great place. I think they know that this is the paradise of a country and they don't want us to visit that place. They want only them to enjoy. Obviously, they want to make it be okay or see okay, whatever. But yeah, it's very sad.
Yeah, exactly. this is what I was also going to talk about it. So this was the difference. What the other terrorist attack happened. This time they hunted on Hindus. So in a way, they created a barrier between Muslims and Hindus that our government, our people are trying to remove it. But they again created a tension between Hindus and Muslims. And the another thing is tourism, because Kashmir was flourishing because of tourism, and they suddenly vanishes all that tourism. Suddenly, you think somebody put in all their hard-earned money and they built a guest house, and suddenly all the booking got vanished. Suddenly, the art and artists who are living with their craft, right? And suddenly nobody is coming, and now they are becoming beggar again. The artist is becoming beggar, and the pony guy who is actually helping the tourist, right? They will again become the jobless. So there is a one thing, fear, that they created. Nobody is going to go again there. And another thing that they created is it's a bullet on the heart of Kashmir GDP. So nobody is going to go there. And what will happen when nobody is going there? It will create a what do you say? No jobs will be there. No jobs will be there. So the economy will collapse. And if the economy will collapse, suddenly people will do anything to get the bread. So right. So this time they will again recruit the jobless youth, and they will again repeat that same sick path, that break the economy, breed more hate, and then repeat. They will recruit the youth, jobless youth, and again that whole thing that Kashmir has, it will be back again. So you can see that there is a chart. 2003 and 2004, how much tourists got increased, and suddenly it became. I don't think anybody is going to go. It will take some time to get back again.
The flights to Kashmir are stopped.
Yeah.
Airlines are refunding current
For next 2 months.
So yeah, that's their target, and they have successfully achieved it also. We will take the counter attacks, but the point is the fear has been created. That's what they wanted. So this thing happened. So coming back to our next session, next session of the next part of the session, that is table topic, and the table topic speaker. The table topic is going to be done by Alok. First and foremost, he is from Gwalior, though it's famous for food again. I don't know if you're a foodie. So he is also a foodie. He joined Oracle in 2023 as a Linux kernel developer in Linux and virtualization group. And he has done masters in bits that he doesn't mention about. But yeah, so to the Toastmaster.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster and guests. I'm Alok Tiwari, and today in our 508 session, we had that hot topic about terrorism. This topic, something like that, is like that. I am having a lot of thought and a lot of things to say, but when I about to speak on that topic, I go completely blank because it is so disturbing, and some thing like that. We are coming, a lot of vibration, a lot of thought is coming when in our mind, a lot of things will come. We can't speak actually because we are not able to say, pick the word which we have to choose actually. So it make me completely blank in the stage or in the speaking or discussion time actually. So only one word I can describe today's topic. It is against the humanity. And after that, I can't say anything because this topic make me blank. So good afternoon again, and welcome to the Toastmaster session. I am Alok Tiwari, and in Toastmaster session, basically we improv. We do that Toastmaster session for improving speaking and thinking on our feet and the expression of our ideas or value actually. So in this Toastmaster session, we are having a 1 to 2 minute time for each the speakers, and you can use the today word that is acto, and the phrase of the today is the best of the both world. Because we have already discussed too much about the 5 topics, I'm not going to stay completely with this topic. I will do this session in generic and some lighter mode. So sorry for that one. So let's begin our session with that. So actually, we usually what we'll do, we generally ask people to come need basis or their best wishes, but this time I would like to make this a completely randomly actually. So from a Toastmaster Shailey, I will ask any generic number. According to the number, I would like to call the speaker. If the speaker not denied, if then you can, it is your wish, you can just pass it, and another speaker according to a number we can call. Okay, so to start that, I just request to count the number from 1 to 20. Just let me give the number. So we make that completely random part. So okay, first number is belong to me. So from 2nd to 19, any number you can give me. According to the number, we call surprise basis the speaker. Tell me the number.
9.
9. So 9 number belong to Dakshayani. Dakshayani, I request mistake. That is the surprise part of it. Okay. So reputation and discipline. Which rule you will never break?
Can you please repeat it?
Yeah, reputation and discipline. Which rule you will never break? So you have again repeating reputation. We can, in famous dialogue is there, na? Pratishta, Pratigya, or Anushashan, like that in that movie. Reputation and discipline. Which rule in life you never break?
Which would I prefer?
Yeah, which prefer or you never try to break?
Reputation or discipline?
Discipline.
Okay. Okay.
You can take the time, no issue.
Yeah. Just trying to understand the topic a little bit because I don't know the Hindi context.
No, simple. No, Hindu. It is in Hindi. It is about reputation. Suppose in Toastmaster we are having the reputation and some discipline. Okay, so keep going with Toastmaster. Which rule we should not break? Something we can break. Suppose we have to choose between 2.
Yeah, but you mean in life, right?
In life
Like
also.
in general.
Yes, in general. For your, it is your perspective.
Okay.
Your life.
Yeah, just give me a few seconds.
Yeah.
So if you've read Harry Potter, you will remember this dialogue that Dolores Umbridge says when she gives a speech in Hogwarts in front of everyone. She says, "Progress for progress' sake must be discouraged." And at this time, all the students in the hall are mostly dozing off because when professors are talking on stage, no one pays attention, right? They're boring, long speeches, we ignore it. However, there's one person who was paying attention, and that was Hermione Granger. And she says that's a dangerous statement to make because if you go after progress simply for progress's sake, then what are you actually trying to achieve? So if you push progress without any real impact, but if you just push progress, or in this scenario, let us come to reputation. If you push reputation at cost of everything else, where are you really going? At the risk of your reputation being a certain way, would you let go of everything else?
And I think that's how I understand this particular topic, because there are people whose stories we hear about every single day, especially in today's social media age, where we have people running after reputation and running after influence, and without really showing who they really are as people. And it doesn't matter to them, it matters what the outside world sees you as. So I really don't think that kind of reputation would be something that I would ever want to run behind. And discipline, on the other hand, is a completely different topic. If I had to choose between these two, I would choose discipline, because discipline to me means consistency and showing up every single day to whatever you believe in. And I would much rather be the first person, the disciplined person, rather than the reputation person, chasing after clout and chasing after influence, chasing after what people might think of me and creating a false image of myself in front of society. So yeah, that's my opinion.
Please give me a number for next candidate.
Oh, I like this. I get to choose the next person. 1 to 20, right?
Yeah, 2 to 90.
Choose one.
Okay. 17.
17 belongs to Susil. So Susil, are you there available?
Here, top of
We can wait for a few seconds, otherwise maybe you can choose another number. Because he is drop off.
Oh, that's lucky. You can't do that offline. You can't just drop off.
Fine, please give me another
next
number.
16.
16 belong to Mamta. Hi Mamta, are you there?
Sorry, not sorry.
I am there.
Yeah. Welcome, Mamta. So let me give you a topic for table topic session. So, do you own your things or do your things own you?
Can you come again?
Okay. Do you own your things or do your things own you? Shall I repeat again?
Yes.
Okay, again I am repeating, please. Do you own your things or do your things own you?
You own your things or do... Can you come again, topic? I'm not able to get it.
Okay. It is do you own your things or do your things own you?
different topic.
It's in the chat.
I think she's not able to understand. We can have a different topic, right?
Okay.
Or you can explain maybe.
Or we can.
I can have another topic. So when you close your eyes, what do you see? Simple.
I can go with that topic. Somebody has explained me. So let me just give me 2 minutes. Yeah.
Fine.
It means whether you will always do things because you just understand. This is both things. Like sometimes I own my things and sometimes things own me. Like whatever I understood. Like I am a human being, so I am not that great that always that I will think that things, like I will own the things. Sometimes I will do mistakes also, but immediately I will understand, means after sometimes I'll understand that I have done this mistake, I should correct myself. So in some circumstances things will own me, and in some circumstances I own the things. But certainly after some point of time, I'll realize if some mistakes I have done or some things I need to correct myself, that time I will take decision based on my intuition and I will decide, and I will not I will make sure that things will not own me, and I will make sure that I will own the things, and always it should be right things. So this is what I want to say from my end.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, please give me a number between 2 to 19.
I should give?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to choose
7.
7 SaiAkash, please. Come.
I can see the number.
Yeah, that's okay. Don't we need to choose.
It's my favorite number.
So, is it possible to know the truth without challenging it first?
Is it possible to
know the truth without challenging it first?
Okay.
Take your time.
Very interesting topic.
Thanks.
Good evening, good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. I think it's a very interesting topic that can we know the truth without challenging it? I think in our lives, many of us have this thing which we're obsessed about. That I need to know the answer for this. Like there's, I think everyone has one thing which we are kind of stuck up upon, that we want to know the answers, but we can't find the answers. I think the only way to deal with such a situation is to think about it a little more. See if there are things, not every truth needs to have an answer to it. Like every question needs to have an answer to it. There are answers which you can make up on your own by observing things around you. Like I'm getting a little more philosophical, but there's a thing called nihilism where you don't really care about anything. You're like, tomorrow, if the AC is not working here, I can say, okay, AC is not working. I'll find a way to get cool air. The other way is to drill deep into it, like why is the AC not working? Should I call someone? So I think to answer the topic, if I can't actually call someone, I'll accept what is happening. So there's one way to accept things rather than drilling deep into them and not seeking the truth. That's what I made of this topic. So thank you. Yeah. I actually didn't see the number, but
Fine. That's okay.
9 is over, right? 10.
Yeah. 9. 10. 10. Dinesh.
Oh, nice.
Dinesh, are you there?
So I'm there.
Okay. Can you think of a time when impossible become a possible? Shall I repeat
One more
again?
time, just one more time. I understood the topic, but just repeat it one more time.
Can you think of a time when impossible become possible?
Of a time when impossible became possible. Okay. Thank you so much, Table Topics Master Toastmaster Alok, for this topic. Yes, there are many instances where I can relate to how an impossible event or a so-called impossible event that was in my mind became possible. And I like to share an event, an instance that happened very recently. So since like maybe for more than 10 years, I had this person in my life who would constantly badger me saying that how worthless I was since I did not know how to drive a car. And he would train me, he would scold me, he'll do all sorts of things, and still I won't be able to learn how to ride a car. And that was my brother, my older brother, and it's a love-hate relationship, which is edging towards hate right now. But anyway, he would always discourage me, like, you can never learn how to ride. But then I took it on myself. I was like, no, I have to learn. I need to learn how to ride a car. I've spent a lot of money. I have attended driving classes twice, I guess. And I, I think last night was the first time I drove nearly 10 kilometers. He was there. I'm still a learner. I don't have a DL for a car, but I'm on a learner's license. But I was able to drive. And knowing him, he was not satisfied. He was throughout the journey, "Arey, why are you not riding fast? Why are you riding so slow? And then you should have used the clutch here. You should have, why are you holding the steering wheel like that?" But I don't care. I was able to ride the car, and somehow that impossibility, which was there in my mind, suddenly seemed possible. Still, there's a long way to go, and I'm sure I'll be able to do it, hopefully without landing myself in the jail sometime. But let's just pray for me, okay? Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Alok.
Yeah, thank you. Please give me the number.
Okay, the number, right? I'll go with 13.
13. Okay, is Abhinav your chance?
I was thinking, Abhinav. I mean, what kind of a magic? See, impossible made possible, right? I was somehow thinking Abhinav, and then
I'm ready.
Okay, so Abhinav, your topic is if happiness was the national currency, what kind of work would you make you rich?
A comedian. If that's the end. That's the answer. Yeah, if happiness is a currency, see, usually in our life, when you grow up and when we grow up as an adult, when you start working, not in college, that is still easy phase. When you start working, then we realize how difficult life is. We know that, okay, there's so many problems in our life and we have to somehow traverse through it. And as you grow up and up, more responsibility come into your life, your family, your work, society, politics, religion, terrorism, whatever is there. So we need something to lighten up. Either movies or good books or people who can speak something which can make us laugh. And that is a pretty difficult job. Making somebody laugh is a very, very difficult job. There could be some techniques to it which we can give us laugh for a certain amount of time, but doing it consistently is a difficult job. So people who can write humorous stuff or can speak in a humorous manner or can make people laugh need not be comedians, can be general friends as well. If you can make somebody laugh, that could give not only the biggest happiness and also give a lot of satisfaction to you. It's easy to make people angry. It's easy to make people sad as well by telling your sob story. By making people laugh is the biggest, I think, skill you can have. So no matter what situation is, if you crack a one-liner joke and make the situation lighter, and if you are already in trouble, then nothing can even worse can happen. I mean, worse always can happen. But if you are already in trouble, but still somehow you see something funny in that. So that way is one skill I think we all want to learn. At least I want to learn. So I think if I can make somebody laugh, not being a comedian, but at least somebody who is funny enough to be judged as a funny person, I'll always take it. Back to you.
Thank you very much. Can you please suggest some number for next participant? Or one? 9? 10.
10.
10 is over. Give me the another.
11.
11. Okay. Toastmaster Nitin. Oh, this is your chance. Okay. So I hope this is the last table topic. So we can keep it normal way. So is it more important to do what you love or to love what you are doing? Oh, thank you.
Do what you love or love what you do.
Shall I repeat it?
No, I got it. I'm trying to understand the logic of each of these things. I just write it here if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Back to it. Okay, I think the important point here is for you to figure out what is sustainable. At the end of the day, whatever is sustainable is something that will stay with you for a longer duration. I remember a few weeks back, I spoke about how you can choose a speech topic when you're delivering a speech or a session. And in that, I always maintain that you should always talk about things that you like. Because when you talk about things that you like, you have credibility, you have experience, and you have passion. And all of it drives your content and your body language towards your audience, and they finally listen to you and they try to resonate with you. All of this simply because you are talking about things that you like doing, or you're talking about things that you like experiencing. Um, at the same time, that itself is just not enough because that may not be enough for the entire audience to resonate with you. So in that case, you also need to figure out, do you enjoy doing this or not? So for example, I work in cloud security, and I have given conferences where I've spoken about cloud security. Okay, so this is something that I like doing. Talking about cloud security is something that I like doing. But is security something that I like doing? No, it's just the talking that I like, right? So it's not sustainable enough for me to continue doing this in future. I think what we need is a good enough balance of doing what you like and also liking what you do, because then you're covering all of your bases. You're ensuring that you are also happy. You're ensuring that whatever you're doing is nice, and you're ensuring that doing this process sort of enriches you and gives you a good experience. So I would take a very political stance and say that do both of it in a good and balanced way. Thank you, Alok.
Yeah. So I'm part of table topic session. So over to you, Shailey, please.
Thank you, Alok, for such a nice topic. I think everybody got scared what topic we are going to get. So it was really a very mind-boggling one, I guess. So coming to the next session, next part of the session, that is evaluation. So for that, I will be calling Dinesh, who will be evaluating Navya's speech. That's the icebreaker speech. Over to Dinesh.
Let me just... Hello. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Shailey. I hope I'm audible and visible. Not visible, I'm just audible. I'm not enabled. I'm audible, right? Yeah. Thank you so much again, Toastmaster of the Day, Shailey. Today, my target speaker, Toastmaster Navya, aroused a foodie in all of us. We've already been warned by the Toastmaster of the Day regarding how much of a foodie my target speaker is, and she did not disappoint us. From the very beginning, we could see a sparkle in her eyes when she started talking about Thaggu ke Laddu. In today's icebreaker, we got a glimpse of who Navya Bhatia is. She's talkative. She's a bathroom singer. She is a foodie. And to top it off all, she is resilient. With her speech, she taught us all an important lesson of how, irrespective of circumstances, be true to herself. That's why she stuck to her singing, she stuck to her talking, and that's how it should be. I will start off with the standouts of the speech. Toastmaster Navya has an infectious energy, and that was reflected from start to end of the speech. I'm sure with this energy, she could turn any introvert into an extrovert. I bet my money on her. My target speaker showed excellent control over her vocabulary and grammar. The speech was sprinkled with subtle voice modulations, which made a connect and broke the monotony. She had a healthy interaction with the audience, and she did that through subtle gestures, hand gestures, and I could see there was an eye contact. Even though I was offline, I could see there was an eye contact, and even she made it a point to have an eye contact with the online audience. So great work, Toastmaster Navya, on breaking the barrier of this hybrid model. Also, I would like to say that Toastmaster Navya seemed very, very confident throughout the speech, and it did not feel like an icebreaker. Now coming to few suggestions that I have for Navya to implement. There's no secret that I believe Navya missed out few parts of her speech which she was intending to say, and that happens to the best of us. This was the icebreaker, so that's totally understandable. What I'd like to say is, for your future speeches, try to memorize the highlights of the speech, not the entire speech, because when you are doing an icebreaker for the very first time, and I believe for you it had been quite some time, if you tend to remember the entire speech, that might fail. But try to memorize the highlights and work with it on the stage itself. Secondly, there were some Hindi references. I would say, like, if you are using a Hindi reference, that's totally allowed, but maybe translate that too, because I could not get that reference, right? Like, I don't know what that was. Yeah, ऐसा कोई सगा नहीं जिसको हमने ठगा नहीं. So just maybe a translation of that, and work on your pacing. I guess I would give you the benefit of doubt. Maybe you were nervous, so you were a little fast, but try to work on your pace. With that, all in all, a wonderful icebreaker. I wish you all the luck, and I am very eager to hear more from you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Dinesh, for the wonderful evaluation. So next, I will call Abhinav for evaluating SaiAkash.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shailey. Today we witnessed not just one speech, but two speeches are great today. And that speech, SaiAkash speech, could have been the poster speech for our club event. Like how everybody in our club could have faced some situation in which they were given an opportunity to speak on the stage, but they faltered at some point. Because nobody's perfect, everybody would have faltered in their life at some point or another. So today's speech with SaiAkash clearly hit the point, and he spoke about his own experience. So first and foremost is that the start. The start was very, very impactful. And that start not only grabbed everybody's attention, people actually started suggesting to take water or something. So it was really impactful. So kudos to you, SaiAkash, on that. You actually got everybody's attention. Also, that you told a story about your failure of not just one, but multiple times in which you couldn't speak what you wanted to speak. And that not only takes courage, like you're showing that you had failed at that, but you told the story of underdog. Because if we see if you say that was truth, 12 years ago and now, we see a huge difference, right? Because we have known you since your many speeches already. So underdog story in which a person becomes a success from a failure is always motivating. So again, good job on that, telling your story. Since it was your own story, it was really truthful, and people actually, I think at least I understood it properly and memorable as well. You also had humor in between when you mentioned Mumbai winters, which everybody knows doesn't exist. So great job on that, keeping the mood light and telling about a story with humor also in mind. You also had great hand gestures, your confidence showing up. So overall, I think your speech was really, really good. It was kind of what people can take from Toastmasters. And when they join a club like us, they can improve upon. Not perfect again, but slowly they can improve upon. So a few things I can suggest to improve on, if you can think they are useful for you. First is that when you're actually doing some drama on the stage, give it more time. Make it more dramatic. Like if you actually forgot something, so that you forgot something and actually move out of the room if possible. Like proper drama. Okay. Not everybody suits that style, but you can try that. That is one thing. Second is, one thing which was missing in the speech was asking questions from audience. Your speech is something which I think everybody has faced at some point in their life, right? You can ask questions or get some one-word answers or maybe open-ended answers from everybody. you just ask more questions and make it more interactive. And when you do more interactive, you actually have more eye contact with everybody. So you had eye contact, but it was towards the right side of your. I think you missed people on the left side. So by making eye contact and asking questions, your speech will become more and more impactful. Like I said in the drama part, you had drama, but sometimes your face was showing smile. But actually, you should show real sorrow when you actually failed for multiple times. Try to show that in facial expressions. I'm not saying do it too much, but don't smile when you are saying something failed. One bigger point I want to make is that although your speech was about Toastmasters, but we actually spend some more time on it. As in, give 1-2 minutes on it, why and how Toastmaster can help anybody. So why join Toastmasters is fine, but think of the audience as non-Toastmasters and what will tell to them to sell Toastmasters, how and why they should join. So that will make conclusion also bigger. So overall, I think you had a great speech, your own truthful story, by making it more dramatic in the beginning, showing some bigger facial gestures, facial expressions, and improving your conclusion to show how Toastmaster benefits people. That will make your speech even great. Back to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abhinav, for the antidotes. Coming to the now, let me call the Dakshini for giving the journal evaluation of the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Shailey. So I'll start by calling the tag team to give their reports. So Toastmaster Selva, can you please give the title report?
Thanks for this opportunity. Today, everyone has been almost covered the timing within the time frame. If you take Navya, she completed within the time frame. Like if you have 4 minutes time, she completed within 3 minutes. So good one. So others like SaiAkash has completed within 5 minutes 28 seconds, and Dakshini completed 2 minutes 07 seconds. Mamata completed 54 seconds. SaiAkash again the table topic. SaiAkash completed 1 minute 20 seconds, and Dinesh completed in 2 minutes 1 seconds. Abhinav completed 1 minute 39 seconds, and Nitin completed 1 minute 40 seconds. At last, evaluator Dinesh completed in 3 minutes 2 seconds. Abhinav completed 3 minutes 3 seconds. Yeah, it is the evaluation of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Silva, for keeping track of the time. So next, I'd like to call Toastmaster Sunil for the accountant report, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shailey. Yeah, so today I was an accountant, and I see a lot of speeches they done, and a lot of speeches were very good, very difficult speeches, and in spite of being difficult, they spoke for more than 2 minutes, which is very good, and also a lot of informative topic from Toastmaster Shailey about terrorism, and then good feedback from Abhinav and Dinesh. Very good feedback, and they have a very good speech from icebreaker Navya, and definitely got a good tag team from Dakshini. But I don't see much repetitive use by the team, but I see here and there very few repetitive words. But I definitely want to bring it up so that it will improve the individual for the next speech. So I saw that Dinesh was using more of and uses. That was not very more. It was very few repetitive and words. Definitely can work on it. Dinesh, the Toastmaster Dinesh. Then Toastmaster Shailey also she picked a very good topic, and it was a great speech. And I don't see much of repetitive words, but I heard very few source and repetitive word is. Maybe Toastmaster Shailey, if you can reduce that, it will be really good, great speech next time. Then icebreaker speech from Navya, Toastmaster Navya. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Toastmaster Dinesh already spoke about that. There was a pause. Maybe you can just take a prayer time, or you need not tell that you forgot in the speech. instead of that, you can just divert the audience with something else. But definitely can improve on that. And then Toastmaster Alok, yeah, definitely very good table topics that was brought up, and it was very interesting topics, and also an interesting new style of picking the table topics persons. That's good. Here and there, I heard hum word repeatedly used. Maybe definitely you can improve on that and work on your repetitive hums. And then Toastmaster Mamta also picked up a very difficult table topic, and in spite of that, she delivered a very great speech. But I heard her using more of like words, repetitive like words. Maybe you can work on it to reduce the number of likes during your speeches, Toastmaster Mamta. Yeah, that's it from my end, Toastmaster Dakshin.
Instead of taking the role for the first time. So, Toastmaster Ravindra, can you please give the grammarian report?
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Dakshin. First of all, I want to thank you all for these wonderful speeches and table topics. So I don't find much. Every speaker has spoken nicely without any grammar mistakes. So coming to use of the words, I find very interesting words during their speeches. So those are like xenophobia and Islamophobia, patriotism, meddling noise, apologetically, embarrassing, fumbling, stammering, obsessed, resilience. So these are the wonderful words, inspiring words I have seen. And the sentences are, I have missed few sentences. I might have missed writing them. That is something like progress by progress sake. That sentence I have missed. So the next one is having cold feet, introvert to extrovert, broke the monotony, breaking the barrier. So these are the inspiring or wonderful sentences I have found. And coming to the word of the day or idiom of the day, I think nobody used word of the day and idiom of the day. Okay, and I recommend using them during your speeches. That helps you to improve your thinking capability or speaking capability. So, sorry if anybody have missed using the word of the day. Okay, that's it from here. Over to the
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravindra. So that's the report from the TAB team, and now it's my turn to give my report as general evaluator. So we started the meeting at 3:05 p.m., which is fine. I think here and there a little bit of delay happens once in a while, but we were pretty on time, at least by Indian time. So that's cool. Now, what I really liked about this meeting was that Toastmaster Shailey gave such personalized intros for everyone. And I was so happy to see that happen, because I remember in previous meetings we were talking about actually doing something like this, and so it's really cool that you did that. And one thing that I wanted to highlight in the prepared speech section was I think the speech title should be told after the evaluator explains the speech and before you call the speaker onto the stage. Until then, you shouldn't reveal the speech title. So that's one thing. And coming to the prepared speeches themselves, I think the evaluators were already very comprehensive about it, but I just want to appreciate the people who came on stage and gave these wonderful speeches. Like Toastmaster Navya, your speech was beautiful, and it was like I could just like he said, infectious energy, right? Like you were sparkling on stage. So really great job. I hope to hear more from you on stage. And Toastmaster SaiAkash, as always, listening to you is amazing. Talking to you. But yeah, having said that, really great speech today once again. And you reminded us that what is the point if we are already good, right? Like if you're already good, what are you doing here anyway? We are all here to improve ourselves, and that's the fun of it also. So great job there. And having said that, coming to the core part of the meeting and the theme of the meeting itself, I'm very glad to see that we are discussing sensitive issues in this forum. And in spite of that, the discussion is respectful. And at the same time, I feel like I've learned a lot today, having heard from multiple people and all of their impressions on what happened. And Toastmaster Shailey, I think you took a very bold decision to talk about this topic in a public forum. And kudos to you for doing that. And it's not easy to do something like that, but somehow you managed it and you handled it very gracefully. So I think we should give a round of applause for Toastmaster. It's definitely not easy, and great job. So coming to the next session, the table topics part of it. So in that, I feel like I could have written an essay about every single topic that we had today. I don't know how you picked these topics, but I felt like I was on stage and my mind was literally burrowing into so many thoughts. And yeah, I mean, I can just sit here and extol the virtues. I hope it still counts that I use the word, because my speech came at the end. But yeah, like I just feel like I can stand here and talk about it and talk about it and talk about it. And the real challenge was to compress that to 2 minutes and somehow still make sure that the message goes across for all these topics. So I loved that you put us in that position and made us think that way. So great job, Toastmaster. So for the table topics session that you have actually given. Thank you. And finally, yes, the grammarian already pointed out that we should be using the word of the day and phrase of the day. And actually, he did give us the word of the day before itself in the group. So I really think that we should have paid attention and used it more. But well, okay, it serves as a reminder for next time. And I will, I think, make sure that if I am the GE or one of the people in the room, I'll just write it on the board so that we all use it. So if the grammarians here, they can themselves write it, of course. And one more thing I noticed during the meeting was for table topics, I did not see the timer cards. Maybe some technical issue or something was going on, because even for table topics, we should show the timing. Yeah. So I think for the first 2 topics, I didn't see. Later on, I think you put up the cards, so that's fine. And I think usually in the table topics session, we tend to add a couple of topics in the end, and the session extends more than it should, which I am completely fine with if everyone else is also completely fine, because we definitely go beyond time because of that, but I'm just pointing that out. And yeah, that's pretty much my report. And oh yeah, one last thing. In all of our tag team reports, I don't think we should talk for a very long time. We should keep our report concise and to the point of what our role generally expects. So don't try to go way beyond the topic. At least that's what I have learned over time. So please correct me if I'm wrong, and we can just talk about anything. Yeah, that's it. That's my report. Thank you.
I think we are over time. We should wrap it up before that. Sorry. Yeah, over to Dinesh. Do you want to take up?
Yes, Shailey, I'll do that. But before that, who is in charge of the ballot? Ravindra, Abhinav? Has anyone done that?
I have not done.
Me too, not.
Okay, meanwhile, can we quickly do that, or shall we not have it?
No issues, we're already over time today.
Okay, fine. So thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Shailey. And as Shiny has already said, you know, I don't have anything else to say. And what a wonderful topic. I was a tad scared because it was just, I wouldn't say it's not allowed to be spoken in Toastmasters, but you never know. It's a fresh incident. We never know what might be the reactions of people, but you have executed it so well. So kudos to you. Wonderful work. I am so proud of you that. And by the way, if people are not aware, it's not like Shailey was given the role of the TMOD very early. I think she took it just a day or two ago, and that speaks of how much progress you have made, choosing a sensitive topic and then sticking to the guidelines of Toastmasters, checked all the boxes. And a wonderful meeting. Toastmaster Alok, you surprised us, by the way, with the table topics. And I don't know, people were saying that the unlucky ones are the ones who get called out. But I felt very lucky that my name came up. And the choice of topics was wonderful too. I won't go on more because Dakshayani has summed up the meeting pretty well. Do we have any guests in the room? Someone who has joined?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So I'm not able to see who that is, but may I know your name though?
Kiran Kumar.
Kiran, so how did you like our meeting today? Any feedbacks for us?
Sir, actually, it's my second, like,
Your
so
second meeting, right?
it's
Yeah.
a second thing. So, like, still I'm understanding, learning how things are working here.
So did you enjoy today's meeting?
Yes.
Okay. We hope you keep visiting us and let us know if you're interested to be a member or two.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, I think we are already over time. We won't take more of your time and let's have a quick pick maybe. I won't be able to come on video, but Abhinav,